I took one for the team and dated a fat girl? My roommate Ben was obsessed with this Instagram model named Grace, who worked at our local coffee shop. For 3 months, he'd go there daily, order expensive drinks, and stare at her like a creep. He'd practiced conversations in our dorm mirror, but never spoke to her beyond medium latte, please. It was honestly painful to watch. This dude was spending his entire food budget on overpriced coffee just to be in the same room as this girl who probably didn't even know his name. One day, Ben discovered Grace was best friends with this bigger girl named Megan, who also worked there. Ben came running back with his brilliant plan. Bro, you need to ask Megan out, he said, pacing our tiny room like a maniac. If you date her friend, I'll have an automatic in with Grace. Girl code, wingman duties, double dates, it's perfect. I stared at him like he'd lost his mind. Dude, that's messed up. I'm not using some random girl just so you can get a date. But Ben reminded me he'd been helping me pass calculus all semester. Without his tutoring, I'd probably fail and lose my scholarship. He also offered to cover utilities for 2 months. I felt absolutely terrible, but I was broke and desperate. The next day, I walked into that coffee shop with my stomach in knots. Megan was working the register, and when she saw me approach, she smiled this genuine warm smile that immediately made me feel like garbage about what I was doing. Hey, you're Ben's friend, right? She said, already starting to make my usual order. I'm Megan. I've actually noticed you guys coming in here a lot. My heart sank. She'd been paying attention to me, and here I was about to manipulate her feelings for my roommate's benefit, but I was already committed. So I took a deep breath and asked, would you maybe want to grab dinner sometime? Just the two of us? Her entire face lit up like Christmas morning. Really? I mean, yes, I'd love that. I was actually hoping you'd ask. We exchanged numbers, and I scheduled our date for that Friday night. I planned to suffer through one awkward dinner, get some intel about Grace for Ben, and then politely fade away. Friday came, and I picked Megan up from her apartment. She'd put on this beautiful blue dress and done her hair all nice, and I felt like the biggest piece of trash on the planet. We went to this little Italian place near campus that had decent prices and dim lighting, but something unexpected happened during dinner. Megan started telling me about her veterinary medicine studies, and her passion for animals was infectious. She volunteered at a local animal rescue and had these incredible stories about nursing sick puppies back to health and helping traumatized cats learn to trust humans again. Then she started talking about her family, how she was the first person in her family to go to college, working 2 jobs to pay tuition while maintaining a 3.8 GPA. She was funny too, making jokes about terrible customers at the coffee shop and doing spot-on impressions of our professors. By the time dessert arrived, I had completely forgotten about Ben's stupid scheme. I was genuinely enjoying myself for the first time in months. Megan was smart, ambitious, kind, and had this laugh that made my chest feel warm. When I dropped her off that night, she kissed my cheek and said, I had an amazing time. Thank you for asking me out. I went home feeling like I'd been hit by a truck. Ben was waiting up, practically bouncing off the walls with excitement. So, did you get Grace's number? When can we double date? Tell me everything. I looked at him and realized something had shifted completely. Ben, I'm going to see Megan again. Like, actually date her. This isn't about your Grace thing anymore. His face fell. Dude, what? That wasn't the plan. You were supposed to be my wingman. Plans changed, I said, and went to bed. 3 more dates with Megan confirmed what I already knew. I was falling hard for this girl. She was everything I never knew I wanted in a partner. When she told me about her dreams of opening her own veterinary practice someday, I found myself genuinely wanting to support those dreams. A month later, Ben cornered me again, clearly frustrated that his master plan had backfired. Dude, when are you getting me Grace's number? This was supposed to help me. I looked him dead in the eye and said, never. Megan's my girlfriend now, and I'm not using her to get you dates. Maybe try actually talking to Grace like a normal person. That was 8 months ago. Last week, Megan and I signed a lease together and moved into our own place.